Hello and welcome to Replacement Player Baseball. Today, the Cubs are here for Game 3 against San Francisco. The Cubs have taken the first two games from the Giants and have now opened up a 9.5 game lead in the Central Division standings. For today's game at San Francisco, we're going to see the Cubs sending Chris Archer out to the mound. He is making start number 13 with a 5-3 record, 3.03 ERA, and a 1.15 WHIP. And for the Cubs lineup, we have cycled through almost everybody. However, today, what we're going to see is Santana is going to play center. Tauchman is going to get into the game and play left. And that is going to allow Springer to take today off. And then I think we'll have cycled through just about every position player and gotten them a day off during the course of this series. Now, as we go back to the Cubs lineup, we see Hoerner, Correa, Santana, Harper, Cron, Tauchman, Amaya, Estrada, and Archer batting ninth. On the Giants side of the lineup, Duggar, Dubon, Slater, Ramos, Belt, Longoria, Crawford, Posey, and you have Anderson batting ninth. Tyler Anderson for the Giants is making start number 12. He has a 3-4 record with a 4.06 ERA and a 1.31 WHIP. It is 68 degrees and the wind is blowing in from center off McCovey Cove at 11 mph. And now it is time to get today's game underway. Nico Hoerner, who's had a career year so far, is leading off for the Cubs here in the top of the first inning. Hoerner with 6 home runs, 6 stolen bases, and a .330 batting average coming into today's game. With Anderson on the mound, the Giants are looking to reverse their recent trends here in today's ball game, trying to get back on track in the West Division standings. Of course, they're chasing the Los Angeles Dodgers, who currently own the best record in all of baseball. So Anderson with the pitch, and Hoerner grounds it to second. His counterpart picks it up, throwing over to first for out number 1. Correa now the batter, 1 out, nobody on. 1-2 is the count to Carlos Correa. And he's going to ground that one to short. Correa's counterpart at short picks it up, throws it over to first. That is out number 2. So here's Danny Santana, and if the pattern holds, he's going to fly out to center field. Let's see what happens. With 2 outs and nobody on, Anderson working with a 1-ball count. Here comes the pitch to Santana, and he lines that one into center field. Well, it's played on a hop. Santana did stick to form, but he got a base hit out of it, and now he's on first with 2 outs, nobody on. And 2 outs, 1 man on, and Bryce Harper now is the batter. Top of the first inning, Anderson working with a 1-2 count, and Harper watches strike 3 go by at the knees. So that is out number 3. The runner is stranded, the Cubs do not score. We go to the bottom of the first of a 0-0 ball game. Archer now facing Duggar to lead off the bottom of the first inning for the Giants. 1-2 is the count. Chris Archer looking to deliver the pitch. And a drive to left center field. That one is going to be tough. 1 hop to the wall as Santana chases all the way back into the deepest part of center field. The throw goes to third. That's going to be a leadoff triple for the Giants. Duggar. The Giants are having a tribble or a triple. I'm not sure. Maybe the Cubs are having trouble with triples. I'm not really 100% sure what just happened there. Dubon now is the batter with nobody out, the runner on third. Archer now has to work his way out of a jam. Here's the first pitch to Dubon. Let's see if he can get this out. There's a line drive down the right field line. That's going to drive in the run. Chasing is Harper. He gets it in the corner. The throw goes to second base, sliding, and that is going to be a double, I believe. As the RBI allows the run to score, the Giants have now taken a 1-0 lead. So Archer has given up back-to-back base hits. They've been hard hit here in the first inning. Now he's working to Slater with a runner on second, nobody out. Full count pitch to Slater. That is a looper at the shortstop. Diving back is the runner to second to avoid being doubled off. So that's the first out of the inning. Archer now working to Ramos with 1 out, 1 man on. 2 strikes is the count. And Archer gets strike 3 called on the inside corner. That was a slider that he dropped right in for strike 3. So now Brandon Belt, the batter. 2 outs and the runner on second. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And Archer gets strike 3 swinging to end the inning. So after a shaky start, Archer gets a couple of strikeouts and ends the inning with a flourish. We go to the top of the second of a 1-0 Giants lead. Cron, the batter, facing Anderson in the top of the second inning. Here is the first pitch to Cron, and he's going to ground it over to short. Cron has broken the pattern as he grounds out 6-3 for the first out of the inning. Tauschman now the batter, 1 out, nobody on. Anderson working with a 1-ball count. Here is the pitch to Tauschman. And that's a drive to center field. Going back as the center fielder toward the wall, he looks up and he catches it right in front of the wall. That is going to be out number 2. Wow, Duggar, with his back to the wall, makes the catch. The wind knocked it down just enough to keep it in the ballpark. Miguel Amaya now the batter with 2 outs, nobody on. Anderson working with a 2-2 count. Here comes the pitch. And Amaya watches strike 3 go by at the knees. So that's going to end the inning. We go to the bottom of the second. Giants are up by 1. Longoria now batting against Archer here in the bottom of the second. 2 strikes is the count. Archer looking to deliver the pitch. And strike 3 is called. Archer has struck out 3 consecutive batters now, going back to the previous inning. Archer facing Crawford with 1 out, nobody on. 2 strikes is the count. Archer looking to deliver the pitch. And strike 3 is called. That one was a letter-high fastball, and he got it by at 92 miles an hour. 4 strikeouts in the game now. Archer working to Posey. 2 outs, nobody on. 1 ball is the count to Buster Posey. And he's going to loop that one into center field. I think that's going to drop in as Santana plays it on a hop. That'll be a 2-out single for Buster Posey in the bottom of the second inning. The pitcher Anderson now is the batter with 2 outs, nobody on. 1 strike is the count. And it gets away. That's going to roll all the way to the wall. That's about the only way Posey would ever steal a base, but he is down to second. And so with a 1-1 count, Archer working. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and a swing and a miss to end the inning. So Stryker gets it. The strikeout is the 5th of the game for Archer. We're going to start calling Archer the striker, I think. He got 5 strikeouts now in 2 innings. We're going to the top of the third of a 1-0 ball game. Anderson facing Estrada. Nobody out, nobody on. Classic leadoff situation here in the top of the third inning. 3 balls is the count. Estrada takes outside for ball 4. So that is a leadoff walk as Estrada makes his way down into first. And now Stryker steps up to the plate with nobody out, 1 man on. Anderson working. We're going to be laying down a bunt right here. Here it comes. The bunt is laid down. It's deadened right in front of home plate. The throw goes to first, and that is the first out of the inning. Estrada safely makes it down to second as Stryker lays down the sacrifice bunt. And now Horner, the batter. 1 out, 1 man on. Anderson facing Horner with a 1-ball count. And Horner lines that one into center field. That's a base hit. Is Estrada going to score? He rounds third. He's coming home. The throw comes home, and he is out at home. Man, well, the third base coach was aggressive there, trying to get the run. That's going to be a base hit for Horner as he's at first. Now there's 2 outs and 1 man on, and Correa, the batter. A really close play there at home, but Estrada tagged out for the second out of the inning. And now Correa facing Anderson. 2 outs, runner on first. Here's the 1-strike count. And a pop-up to center. Going back, it's deep. That's going to 1-hop to the wall. Got over the center fielder's head. Heading for second and stopping as the tying run scores. That's going to be an RBI double for the Cubs' Carlos Correa. He now has a 16-game hitting streak here in the top of the third inning. So a 1-1 tie. Danny Santana now is the batter. He's 1 for 1 today. With 2 outs and the runner on second here in the top of the third inning. Santana with the potential to drive in the go-ahead run. Here's the 2-2 count and the pitch to Santana, and he's going to swing and miss for strike 3. That looked like a slider that dove down into the dirt, and he could not touch it. So we go now to the bottom of the third of a 1-1 ball game. The Cubs striker is on the mound. He's going to face Duggar here in the bottom of the third inning with a 1-1 score. They need to hold the Giants here so the Cubs can hopefully take the lead. Here is the first pitch. And a bunt is laid down the first baseline, picked up. The throw goes to first. I don't know why he didn't just tag the runner himself. So Horner covering was a step late, and that is going to be an infield single to lead off the bottom of the third inning. Dubon now the batter. Nobody out, one man on. Archer working. Here comes the pitch. And that's a liner into right field chasing. Oh, and Harper misplayed it. It went over his head. He thought he was going to jump up and grab that. And the run scores. Harper with a defensive miscue out. It's not going to go down as an error, but he misplayed that ball out in right field. So now it's a 2-1 Giants lead. And the Giants have a runner on second with nobody out here in the bottom of the third inning. One run already in. Archer working to Slater. Here's the 1-ball count and the pitch. And there's a grounder to second. Picked up by Horner. The throw goes to first. That is going to be the first out of the inning. And now Archer faces Ramos with 1 out, the runner on third. Giants already up by 1. Here's a 2-strike count and the pitch. And Stryker gets the strikeout with a fastball at 95. So that is the second out of the inning. Number 6 on the day. And now he's going to face Brandon Belt with 2 outs and the runner on third. Here's the 1-strike count. And Archer delivers the pitch. And a pop-up to center going back. And that is over Santana's head. The outfielders are having an awful time judging fly balls today. That is a double. And another run scores. It is now a 3-1 ball game in the bottom of the third inning. Longoria is the next batter with 2 outs and the runner on second. And, you know, on the mound, he's got to be thinking to himself, I have to strike everybody out, or I'm not going to get, my defense isn't picking me up here. So, facing Longoria now with 2 outs and the runner on second. Here's the full count pitch. And a grounder to third. Estrada has it. He throws over to first, and that'll end the inning. So the Giants score twice. They take a 3-1 lead into the top of the fourth inning. Bryce Harper now leading off for the Cubs in the top of the fourth. 2 strikes is the count, and Harper pops it up weakly on the infield foul territory. Going over his belt, he makes the catch for the first out of the inning. Cron now the batter. 1 out, nobody on. 1-2 is the count. Here's the pitch to C.J. Cron, and he swings and misses for strike 3. That was a cutter that ran in on his hands for out number 2. Tauschman now the batter. 2 outs, nobody on. 2 strikes is the count. Here's the pitch, and a swing and a miss for strike 3. So Tauschman goes down swinging. The inning is over. We go to the bottom of the fourth. The Giants are up by 2. Crawford now leading off against Stryker here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Here's a full count pitch. And there's a grounder over to third. Estrada has it, a slow roller. He throws over to first, and it's just in time for out number 1. Posey now the batter with 1 out, nobody on. Here is the pitch to Buster Posey. And that's a pop-up to center. This time coming in is Santana. He looks up, and he makes the catch for out number 2. Anderson now the batter. 2 outs, nobody on. 2 strikes are the count. Here comes the pitch. And Stryker gets the strikeout to end the inning. So that is number 7 of the game. We go now to the top of the 5th inning. 3-1 in favor of San Francisco. Amaya now the batter. He's leading off for the Cubs here in the top of the 5th inning. How many pitchers? So Archer is at 61 pitches. We'll have to see what situation comes up in 2 more batters, but definitely inclined to leave him in there a little longer. Anderson now working with a 2-ball count. Here comes the pitch. And there's a swing and a miss for strike 3. So Anderson gets strikeout number 6 on the day. Estrada is the next batter. 1 out, nobody on. 2-1 is the count to Estrada. And a drive to right field, chasing toward the wall is the right fielder. He's going to make the catch right in front of the wall for out number 2. So now Stryker will be allowed to bat with 2 outs, nobody on. Here is the 2-2 count and the pitch. And a swing and a miss to end the inning. So the Cubs Archer is the 7th strikeout victim of the day for Anderson. The Cubs go down in order. We go down to the bottom of the 5th of a 3-1 ball game. And now Stryker is back on the mound. He's facing Duggar to lead off for the Giants in the bottom of the 5th. Full count. Here comes the pitch. And that is ball 4, low and away. So the leadoff walk is issued. DeBon now the batter. Bottom of the 5th, nobody out, 1 man on. Here is the first pitch, and DeBon, and the runner goes. The throw goes down to second, and he is dead to rights. Miguel Amaya throwing out his 6th base runner of the season, and that is going to be the first out of the inning. DeBon now batting with 1 out, nobody on. Here's the 2-strike count and the pitch. And that's a liner past the third baseman down the left field line, so cannot convert on the 2-strike count. That'll be extra bases. A 1-out double here in the bottom of the 5th inning. It's a good thing that runner was thrown out at second, because otherwise that would have been another run scored. So Slater now the batter. 1 out, 1 man on. 1-2 is the count. Here comes the pitch. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. So Stryker gets number 8 on the day, I believe. Yes, number 8. As that is the 2nd out of the inning, and Ramos is the next batter. 2 outs, and the runner's still on second. Archer working with a 1-2 count. Here it comes. And the pop-up is to center. Coming into Santana. He looks up, gets under it, and makes the catch to end the inning. So the Giants do not score. We go to the top of the 6th of a 3-1 ball game. Horner now the batter, leading off against Tyler Anderson. Here in the top of the 6th inning. Anderson at 67 pitches. And here is the first pitch to Horner. He's going to pop that one up on the infield. Belt calling for it. He makes the catch. That is out number 1. Correa now the batter. He has the RBI for the Cubs' only run in this game. Anderson working with a 2-strike count. Correa waiting for the pitch. And that's a pop-up to center. Coming in is Heliot Ramos, and he will make the catch for out number 2. Oh, excuse me, that's Duggar out there in center. Ramos is playing right today, excuse me. So with 2 outs and nobody on, Santana now is the batter. 1 strike is the count. The pitch to Santana, it's a grounder towards second. The throw goes over to first, which will end the inning. The Cubs go down in order. We go down to the bottom of the 6th of a 3-1 ball game. And Archer coming back out onto the mound. He's going to work his 6th frame of today's game. The Giants currently leading by 2, and Archer trying to hold them right here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 3 balls is the count. And here is the pitch to Belt. And that is inside. It is ball 4, so the leadoff walk is issued. And now that is going to prompt action in the Cub bullpen. We are going to see... Oh my, everybody is really well rested today. What do we really need? So, I think that the answer is going to be Gabriel Moya in this situation. So we're also going to, you know what, we're also going to warm up Junior Fernandez as well. Because depending on how the next 2 batters go and if they pinch hit to the pitcher, well, I want to be ready for either situation right here. We're going to visit the mound, give him a chance to start warming up. Archer says he still feels great. So he's going to face Longoria now with nobody out, the runner on first. Here's a 3-1 count, and Archer delivers the pitch. That is high for ball 4, so 2 consecutive walks issued. That's 3 in the game for him. And now, Crawford the batter. With nobody out, 2 men on in the bottom of the 6th inning. Here comes the first pitch to Crawford, and he's going to drive that one to right field, chasing his Harper back toward the wall, and it's gone. I believe that landed in the bay. So now the Giants have a 6-1 lead in the bottom of the sixth inning. 404 feet, fifth home run of the season for Crawford. And Buster Posey now is the batter. So with nobody out, nobody on, 3 runs already in, we're in the bottom of the sixth inning, and Archer has just dealt a pretty big blow to the Cubs' chances of winning this ball game. 2-1 is the count. Archer delivering the pitch, and Posey lines it into center field. That's another base hit. The center fielder gets it back into the cutoff man, holding Posey to a single. And now Anderson, the batter, he's going to be allowed to bat for himself. So this is going to be it. Archer is going to get to face Anderson, and he can't even get out of the inning, but he's going to at least face Anderson, and then we'll figure out what to do after that. So Archer facing Anderson with nobody out, 1 man on here in the bottom of the sixth inning. Here's the 3-1 count, and a outside for ball 4. So he issues his 3rd walk of the inning. And now Duggar is the batter, and we're going to go ahead and bring in Gabriel Moya. And Moya will just be brought directly into the number 9 spot. He is going to face Duggar in the bottom of the sixth inning with 2 runners on and nobody out. And here is the 2-strike count and the pitch from Moya. And that is strike 3, a belt-high curveball. It kind of looked like he might have hung one there, but the batter was frozen. And that's the first out of the inning. And now Dubon is the batter, and Fernandez will be brought in to face the righties. So Fernandez coming out of the bullpen. He has thrown 26 in the 3rd innings, walked 13, struck out 34 with a 4.10 ERA. Fernandez facing Dubon with 1 out, 2 men on here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 1 ball is the count. Junior Fernandez looking for the side and delivering the pitch. And there's a grounder to first. Oh, past the first baseman. How did Cron not field that? That got into right field. Harper has it. He throws it back into the cutoff man. The run scores. And now that is a 7-1 Giants lead in the bottom of the 6th inning. Or excuse me, 2 runs scored. An 8-1 lead. That is a 2-run RBI triple. Dubon is on 3rd. I don't have any idea. That looked like it went under Cron's glove and got down the first base line. But they're calling it a base hit. So Slater now the batter. He's facing Fernandez with 1 out and the runner on 3rd. Here's the 1-2 count. Fernandez delivers the pitch. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. That was a very slow changeup to get him way out in front for the 2nd out of the inning. And now Ramos the batter. 2 outs and the runner on 3rd. Here's the 2-2 count and a grounder over to 3rd. Estrada has it. He throws to 1st, which will end the inning. So the Giants score 5 times and take an 8-1 lead into the top of the 7th inning. And Bryce Harper is going to lead off the Cubs here in the top of the 7th. If they're going to rally, this is going to be a pretty tall order today. Anderson coming back out. He has been sharp. He's worked 6 innings of 3-hit, 1-run baseball with 1 walk and 7 strikeouts so far. Harper waiting for the 2-1 pitch, and he grounds it over to 2nd. That's picked up and thrown to 1st for out number 1. Cron now the batter. 1 out, nobody on. 1-2 is the count. And Cron swings and misses for strike 3. So that's strikeout number 8 for Anderson. And it brings up Tauschman with 2 outs, nobody on. 1-1 is the count. Here's the pitch, and Tauschman loops that one to the 2nd baseman. It is going to be caught to end the inning. Time to stretch here in San Francisco. We're going to the bottom of the 7th of an 8-1 ball game. So Junior Fernandez is going to be asked to work a 2nd inning of relief here in the bottom of the 7th inning. With a 2-strike count, Fernandez working, and there's a swing and a miss for strike 3. So that is the 1st out of the inning. Longoria now the batter. 1 out, nobody on. Here's the first pitch to Evan Longoria. And a liner into center field. Coming in fast is Santana. Yeah, he makes the play on the hop for a base hit. So with Longoria on first, Crawford now is the batter. 1 out, 1 man on. Here's a full count pitch from Junior Fernandez. And that is low for ball 4, so the walk is issued. And now Fernandez gets to face Posey with 1 out, 2 men on. And I guess we're going to warm up a different reliever because can't really just let him. We're going to warm up Jimenez. If we get to DeBon, we'll bring in Jimenez to work, but I was hoping to save him till the 8th inning. So Fernandez now facing Posey. 1 out, 2 men on. Here's the first pitch to Buster Posey. And that's a grounder to first. Cron has this one. He throws to second. The relay back to first. And that's a 3-6-3 double play to end the inning. So the Giants do not score. They strand 1. We're going to the top of the 8th of an 8-1 ball game. And now Miguel Amaya leading off for the Cubs here in the top of the 8th inning. The Cubs are down by 7. They have 6 outs remaining to score 7 runs and tie this ball game. So Amaya facing Anderson. First pitch. And that's a liner into right field. I believe that's going to drop in for a leadoff single. So Amaya stopping at first in the top of the 8th inning. And I guess, why not? Let's bring in the pinch runner. Because quite frankly, a double play would be catastrophic right here. We're going to go ahead and bring in Malik Smith is going to pinch run. Buster Posey behind the plate is an excellent defensive catcher. We're really just trying to stay out of the double play here. So Estrada now the batter. With a runner on first, nobody out, in top of the 8th inning. Here's a 2-1 pitch to Estrada, and he lines that one into the gap in right center field. That's going all the way to the wall. Malik Smith burning his way around the bases. He might score. No, he stops at third. So a double for Estrada puts runners on second and third with nobody out. And now we're going to see a pinch hitter. Fernandez is going to be pinch hit for by Wilson Ramos here in the 8th inning. Because the Giants still have the lefty Anderson on the mound. Wilson Ramos coming off the bench with runners on second and third, nobody out. The Cubs are down by 7 in the top of the 8th inning. Ramos, who has 4 home runs, 277 batting average on the season. He is facing Anderson, and he is 1 for 3 against Anderson so far this season. Here is the 1-2 count, and the pitch to Ramos, and he swings and misses for strike 3. So that is the first out of the inning, and Nico Horner now the batter. 1 out, runners on second and third still. Here's the 3-ball count, and the pitch to Horner. And that is way high. It is ball 4. So the walk is issued. The bases are now loaded, and it brings up Carlos Correa. With 1 out, bases loaded, Cubs down by 7. Anderson still working here in the top of the 8th inning. Here's the 1-1 count and the pitch to Correa. And he's going to drive that one into left field. That is going to be a grand slam home run for Carlos Correa. The Cubs have just made their way back into this ball game. It's at least within striking distance. This is an 8-5 ball game now in the top of the 8th inning. The bases are clear. Carlos Correa getting high fives all around the dugout, and the Cubs are only down by 3. So Danny Santana is facing a new Giant pitcher. The reliever Gabriel Ynoa has come out of the bullpen. He has thrown 9 1/3 innings, walked 2, struck out 5 with a 5.79 ERA. Santana coming up for his part. He's 1 for 3 today. We're in the top of the 8th inning. There's 1 out. The Cubs are down by 3. Ynoa working with a 1-1 count to Santana. Here comes the pitch. And that's a liner into right field. Is that going to drop in? It does. That's another base hit. So Santana stopping at first with a single, brings up Bryce Harper. 1 out, runner on first, top of the 8th inning. Harper 0 for 3 today. He is due for a big base hit right here. Harper facing Ynoa with a 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. And a liner into left center field. Is that going to... It's 1 hop to the wall. Chasing are the outfielders all the way back to the warning track. Harper has a double. Santana stops at third. And now the Cubs are sending the tying run up to the plate in C.J. Cron, with 1 out, runners on second and third here in the top of the 8th inning. Cron facing Ynoa with the Cubs down by 3. Here is a 1-1 count and the pitch to C.J. Cron. And there's a liner down the left field line. That's another base hit. 1 run is going to score. The runner Harper stops at third. So an RBI single for C.J. Cron. And now this is an 8-6 ball game. And Mike Tauschman is the next batter. Here in the top of the 8th inning with 1 out, runners on the corners. 5 runs have already scored in this inning. And now Tauschman facing Ynoa. Tauschman to the left side against the righty Ynoa here in the top of the 8th inning. Here's a 1-2 count and the pitch to Tauschman, and he's going to pop it up to deep center field. This is going to be plenty deep to drive in the run. The left fielder has it. He makes the catch. Harper tagging up and scoring easily, and the Cubs are only down by 1. Here in the top of the 8th inning, the Cubs have scored 6 times now, and Mallex Smith is the batter because we batted around in this inning. Mallex Smith now with 2 outs and the runner on first, and we need to make sure we're going to have Birdie warmed up. Wait, who's due up for the Giants? Oh, yeah, it's the pitcher spot and then the top of the line. Yeah, we're going to warm up Birdie to throw in the 8th inning. So now, Smith facing Ynoa with a runner on first and 2 outs in the top of the 8th inning. The Cubs are down by 1. Here is the 2-2 count and the pitch and a pop up to center. Chasing is the center fielder back toward the warning track. He's going to have room, and he makes the catch, which will end the inning. So the Cubs score 6 times and make this a 1-run ball game going into the bottom of the 8th inning. Now, the way this is going to work, Ramos is going to stay in the game to catch. And Birdie is going to come into the number 7 spot and pitch. And everything else is going to stay the same for the moment. Birdie coming in, he's going to face a pinch hitter, Jalen Davis, off the Giants bench. Davis 1 for 2 on the season in limited action. In the bottom of the 8th inning, the Giants are up by 1. Birdie trying to hold it at a 1-run deficit, give the Cubs a chance to tie or take the lead in the top of the 9th. Here's a 2-2 count. Birdie looking for the sign and delivering the pitch. And there's a pop-up to the right side. Going out is Horner in short right field. He makes the catch for out number 1. Duggar now the batter, 1 out, nobody on. Here's a full count pitch to Duggar. And there's a liner at Estrada at third. He snags it for the 2nd out of the inning. Nice reflexes there by Estrada to pull that one out of the air, record the 2nd out. And now Dubon is the batter with 2 outs, nobody on. Birdie facing Dubon with a full count. Here is the pitch. And, ball 4. Wow, that looked like a strike at the knees, but the umpire said, nope, that is ball 4. You can take your base. That was a fastball at 99 miles an hour. Birdie now facing Slater with 2 outs and the runner on first here in the bottom of the 8th inning. 1 ball is the count. Here's the pitch to Slater, and he lines that one up the middle. That's a base hit. Center fielder Santana has it. He throws to third to prevent the runners from continuing to advance. And now the Giants have first and second with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th inning. Ramos now the batter for the Giants. Birdie needs to get out of this inning to give the Cubs a chance to tie it up. Here's the full count pitch from Birdie, and a swing and a miss to end the inning. So Ramos goes down swinging. The Giants strand 2. We go to the top of the 9th of an 8-7 ball game. And now Maranta comes out of the Giants bullpen. He has thrown 17 in the 3rd innings, walked 22, struck out 19 with an 8.83 ERA. What in the world is this guy doing in the 9th inning? Do the Giants not have anyone else? Is this guy really their closer? I don't see how that's possible. Moranta is listed as the closer, but he has apparently been awful this year. So let's see how this inning plays out. Estrada is due to lead off for the Cubs here in the top of the 9th inning. Estrada facing Moranta in a battle of A's here in the top of the 9th inning. Here is the first pitch to Estrada. Moranta looking for the sign, and he delivers the pitch. And Estrada grounds it over towards short. Picked up, thrown over to first. Estrada is thrown out by a step to the first out of the inning. Next up is Ramos. With 1 out, nobody on, top of the 9th inning. Moranta working with a 3-1 count. Here is the pitch. And there's a drive. Left field, I think that's going to be playable. The left fielder adjusts, and he makes the catch for out number 2. So the Cubs now are down to their final out, and Nico Hoerner is the batter. So with 2 outs, nobody on, Cubs down by 1. Nico Hoerner waiting for the 2-2 pitch. Moranta delivers. There's a grounder towards short. Picked up, thrown over to first, and the game is over. So the Cubs fall to the Giants in a 1-run decision. The Giants getting 8 runs on 12 hits with no errors. The Cubs 7 runs on 9 hits with no errors. We see that the player of today's game is Mauricio Dubon. He tied the San Francisco regular season game record for doubles with 3 in the game. He also tied the National League regular season record for doubles with 4. I don't understand how... Oh, because the team record was 3 and the National League record was 4. So, okay, I got it. So Archer suffers the loss. He went 5 innings, 9 hits, 8 runs, all earned, 4 walks, 8 strikeouts, and 1 home run. But that home run was a killer. Tyler Anderson for the Giants gets the win. He goes to 4-4. He went 7 1/3 innings, 6 hits, 5 runs all earned, 2 walks, 9 strikeouts. Yanoa gets the hold, and Moranta gets his 5th save of the season. The Cubs bullpen pitched well in relief, but unfortunately, the damage was already done. So, the Cubs, for their part, had Carlos Correa go 2 for 4 with a run scored and 5 RBIs. He hit his 12th home run of the season. So the Cubs dropped to 38-19 while the Giants improved to 19-39. Thank you for watching Replacement Player Baseball. One pitch to Rizzo. Rizzo hits it very high and very deep out to right center field. 1-1 pitch to Rizzo. Rizzo hits it very high.